And hats off, toques off to JJ and Ethan for doing their job outside in this incredible weather.
Yeah, everyone working outside in this so we can walk on sidewalks and drive around safer because it is cold. Frostbite is possible quite quickly out there. And yeah, our bodies are adjusting to all of this. We've had very warm weather for all of January, and now we're into this. So February is certainly quite a different month for us. I do also want to stress this is not a short-term thing. While this extreme cold is a little more short-term, we will be below normal for at least the next 2 weeks. So yeah, here we go. Okay, extreme cold warning for areas basically to the north of Calgary, and much of Alberta is under this because of wind chill values in the -40s. When we look at what the temperature is right now, -25 base temperature with the wind chill, it feels closer to -35. So you can get frostbite in less than 30 minutes to exposed skin. Certainly cold to take seriously. -24 is the base temperature downtown in Tizal Park. Big Four Motors, Calgary's original Jeep store and more, also at -24. And to kick off tomorrow morning, a wind chill closer to -36. So it's another cold one tomorrow. More details coming up, Ian.
Danielle, you know what you said that really got me?
I heard you take a deep breath when I said
2 weeks. We've got this weather, not always as cold, but colder weather for 2 weeks, right?
So I'm trying to get off weekend brain and get on Monday brain so I can explain this. But basically, the coldest of this cold stretch was the weekend and through today and tomorrow.
Okay.
But we will still be well below normal for the next 2 weeks. So maybe not -20s with wind chills in the -30s, but certainly cold and well below normal. Okay, and flurries happening out there too. Not the best road conditions. It's winter. It's certainly February. All right, it feels more like -34 with that wind chill right now in Calgary. Red Deer feels like -33. -33 is what it feels like in Pincher Creek as well, and -32 in Lethbridge. So -30s overall. When you have something basically at this range, you can get frostbite in 10 to 30 minutes with the exposed skin. So it is the cold to take seriously, although Calgary not under the extreme cold warning. The criteria is wind chills in the -40s. So just north of Calgary, Airdrie and up, over and through Coronation and Hanna, and up to Edmonton and down through Pincher Creek area because of the wind a little stronger there as well. So wind chill values are a little higher. So overnight tonight and through tomorrow morning, wind chills in those areas around -40 or colder. And frostbite can happen in minutes to exposed skin. So absolutely cold to take seriously for today, for tomorrow as well. Basically, we're going to be stuck in this pattern where the jet stream is going to slump to the south, so stateside. The jet stream is in the darker green here, and that's going to slump to the south, and it's going to stay there mainly for the next couple of weeks, which is going to allow the cold air to just settle in. Now, again, we're not looking at temperatures and daytime highs in the -20s for an extended period of time, but we are looking at that below normal temperature for much of February, actually, to be honest. Okay. Also, what's happening is stateside, there's system after system because the jet stream is stateside, and that's pushing in clouds. Also, some lighter snow to Calgary. It should be a little heavier at times in the far southeast corner. As you can see, there will be more waves of snowfall there. So over the next 24 to 48 hours in the south, closer to the U.S. border, so Lethbridge over to Medicine Hat area and south, these areas will likely see a few more centimeters of snow over the next couple of days. So just to give you an indication, Calgary looking at maybe 2 to 4 centimeters tops when we count now through Wednesday morning. But you can see 15 centimeters is possible in Milk River, 12 for Medicine Hat, 9 for Taber and Brooks. So in that far southern corner, southeast corner, that's where you're going to see some higher amounts. Okay. Here we go. The next couple of days, still very cold, still daytime highs in the -20s, and still wind chills well into the -30s. On and off flurries possible for Calgary for Tuesday and in through Wednesday morning, and then that should let up. And then temperatures will slowly warm. Now, we're not looking at warm temperatures. This will still be below normal, but minus double digits, -10 for Thursday and Friday, and likely -6 to kick off the weekend.
Looking back on January, unusually warm.
Yeah, 3.3 degrees on average above normal. So January warm.
Yep.
February cold.
Not warm.
Not warm, no. And well below normal now. So currently we're at minus 25. These are just base temperatures. Our high was minus 21 and normal is minus 1. So 20 degrees below normal today, nowhere near the record of plus 15. The record high, anyway, plus 15.3. Okay, when we look at that longer range trend, and I want to show you the 5-day here, is because while this is a long-term cold stretch that will last right through past Valentine's Day, you can think of it that way, to be below normal, we will get warmer than what we're having. So the coldest of this big stretch is for the next couple of days. So tomorrow will be just as cold with on and off flurries.
Back to you.
Okay, Kevin Green reporting. Kevin, thank you. Let's bring Danielle in now. These really are bitter conditions, but thankfully this is just a temporary dip into this extreme deep freeze.
Yeah, especially when you're talking the extreme deep freeze. This extreme deep freeze is here to stay for just another day or so. In some communities in southern Alberta, a couple more days. But we are looking at being below normal for at least the first half of February. So be prepared for just in general cold weather. But what I will say, when it's this cold, make sure kids and pets aren't outside for very long, because frostbite is possible in less than 30 minutes. With the wind chill right now, feels like minus 34. When we go through the next 24 hours, we're not getting any better, really. So tomorrow morning, to kick off the day, off to work, off to school, it will feel more like minus 36 with that wind chill. And by the afternoon, still feeling like minus 34. So tomorrow won't be any warmer than today, with on and off flurries expected. We'll talk about the warm up, or the, I guess, somewhat warm up coming up. Tara.
Thank you, Danielle. Let's bring Danielle back in. It feels like all the cold weather we didn't get, we're getting now.
Yes. All in the first half of February. So we're not going to be this cold for the entire first half of February, but we will be below normal. Before we get into the forecast, let's just look at this. January was on average 3.3 degrees above normal. So January was a very mild and warm month. Now, when we look at precipitation, while this past year has been pretty good, December 70% below normal precipitation, and January 80% below normal. So the past couple months have been very dry, as you know, so we certainly need a lot of moisture out there. With regards to snow, and then a very rainy spring, hopefully. Okay, minus 34 is what it feels like with the wind chill in Calgary, well into the minus 30s for many other communities as well. And of course, with this kind of wind chill, you can get frostbite in 10 to 20 minutes. It's possible. So kids, pets, make sure they are safe and indoors and not outside for very long. Extreme cold warning in place, not in Calgary, but Cochrane, Airdrie, up through Red Deer, Edmonton, Hannah-Oyen, and Coronation in this as well. So Pincher Creek, because it's a little windier there as well. Most of these communities will get wind chills in the minus 40s tonight and through tomorrow morning. So again, that's extreme cold that we need to take seriously. Now, we're under this cooling trend for the first half of February, really, because we're stuck in this pattern. The jet stream, which is in this darker green here, will be mainly stateside, and that will allow this cold air not just to pool in, but stay in. Stick around, make itself comfortable for a while. We will get warmer, but it won't be above normal for quite some time. Okay, you can see the clouds coming in from the states. There are multiple systems that will continue to move through stateside, and that will push some snow. So the further up, the closer you are to the U.S. border, you'll see a little more snowfall from this. I'll show you amounts in just a second and what we can expect. But I'll play this through the hour by hour, and you can see closer to the U.S. border, so Lethbridge over to Medicine Hat and south. These areas will see higher snow totals over these next 24 to 48 hours. Us in Calgary, we'll get some cloud cover. We'll get a few flurries here and there. Basically, for the next 24 hours, you're looking at on and off flurries from this, and then things clear out late Wednesday. So from now until Wednesday morning, about 15 centimeters for Milk River, 12 for Medicine Hat. But for us here in Calgary, while this is a bit of a high estimation, anywhere from 2 to 3 centimeters is possible. All right, longer range forecast showing you daytime highs in the minus 20s with wind chills in the minus 30s for the next couple of days. But then we get to minus 10, which is still below normal, but better by Thursday and Friday. Tara.
Thank you, Danielle. All right, let's see what's trending tonight. We're going to kick things off with a girl who loves serenading all of her furry friends. You've probably sent your kids to sleep, Danielle. This is her and all of her friends snuggled up, sleeping around her. As she sings to them, there's dogs and cats and chickens. There's even a pig in there. It's like she's a Disney princess, and she's attracted all the animals to her.
Oh my God.
And she's singing
I feel
them to
like
sleep.
every kid, that would be their dream.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Look at, cute.
That really is very cute. Well, did you know that inside every snail shell is a tiny little disco ball?
What?
Inside every snail shell is a tiny disco ball. Disco isn't dead, instead it turns out that it just got small.
I guess. I mean, these snails are having a great time, and they're recovering from injury at a snail hospital. That is apparently a thing. They get to experience amazing adventures as they heal, thanks to their very creative caregivers.
Well, now I have to go search snail hospital because that's interesting.
Yeah. I wonder where these disco snails live. Finally, Tim Hortons is returning its Roll Up to Win contest back to its roots. The coffee chain says it will reintroduce cups with rims that can be rolled up to reveal a prize. The contest, you might remember, went digital during the COVID-19 pandemic. It was to protect staff from handling all those used cups. But winners will now show Tim's staff their winning rims before dropping them into a box. The digital contest will still exist for those who want it, and that promotion gets underway in about 3 weeks.
Going back old school.
Going old school. People liked it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Still ahead, some Canadians are canceling vacations south of the border.
Skywatch camera, yes. Stay indoors, relax, watch a movie, take it easy. It's very cold out. And if you have to go walk the dog, make sure you make it quick. Or wear lots of layers, cover the exposed skin, all that kind of stuff. Okay, because you can get frostbite pretty quick with these kinds of wind chills. Interesting that it says plus 28 in Calgary. Minus 28. Okay, so it's definitely below normal and very cold in the prairies, and milder air off to the east. Okay, we have extreme cold warnings in place, not in Calgary, but Cochrane, Airdrie, and up, because the criteria is minus 40 wind chill. And that's really the case for Hannah-Oyen, Coronation areas as well, Pincher Creek areas, but Calgary down to Lethbridge over to Medicine Hat, not under it, but still extremely cold with wind chills in the minus 30s. So frostbite in less than 30 minutes possible with this. Certainly the cold to take seriously. Minus 34 is what it feels like right now in Calgary, minus 33 in Lethbridge. You can see that cloud pushing up from the states. We do have multiple systems that will track stateside, and that will push snow into the far south end of the province for the next couple of days. And for us in Calgary, we're not going to see huge amounts, maybe a couple centimeters, but we are going to get on and off snow for the next couple of days. Okay, Fernie, snowfall for tomorrow. Edmonton minus 22. Red Deer looking at some lighter snow. Calgary lighter snow. Drumheller lighter snow. But then further to the south, Lethbridge, Medicine Hat, and south, we're looking at snow on and off, and it might be a little more intense at times there. Lethbridge, a high of minus 21. Medicine Hat, minus 19. And looking at the 10-day trend for Calgary, the next 2 days will be frigid, but then we won't be warm, but we'll be warmer for Thursday and Friday with highs in the minus double digits. And then one day maybe a minus single digit high on Saturday of minus 6, Tara.
Thank you, Danielle. Let's bring Danielle in one last time for our final peek at that very chilly forecast.
Also, that was a fun night to watch the Grammys.
It was good?
Yeah, it was entertaining. My kids liked it too, so it was really fun, especially because it was so cold. We weren't going outside.
No way.
No way. It's cold again tomorrow, everybody. Minus 25 is a high with wind chills in the minus 30s, well into the minus 30s. So again, frostbite can happen very quickly. This is something to be conscious of with kids, with pets, that kind of thing. Okay, minus 20 on Wednesday, so I don't know, slightly better, I guess you could say. We are looking at on and off flurries possible for the next day and a half, so we could pick up another couple centimeters. But by the time that's all said and done by Thursday, a high of minus 10. So
look at the overnights, though.
Yeah.
Tuesday into Wednesday, my goodness.
Yeah, so it's still cold all week, but it's going to improve and be less cold. Not shorts weather on Thursday, but you know, better than this. Okay, weather window brought to you by Lux Windows and Doors, crafting quality windows and doors for your style budget and Alberta's climate. And Kevin's Wax sent this one in somewhere along Elbow River.
It's pretty, we can say that.
Yes.
Thanks for your company tonight. Have a terrific evening. We'll see you tomorrow.